Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Hey guys, Mike here from Arizona, and I am going to tell you what I'm about to do. I'm going to be taking my channel to a whole nother level. As you can see, I started with a new intro. No, it's not the fanciest thing in the world. I am not thrilled about the music. I like the music, but I feel like there's more stuff I can do, other options. If you guys have any options, please comment down below. Let me know what you would do as far as making an intro. I know some of you guys have some great intros. What type of software have you used? I'm fairly new to this, and I'm really trying to bring my channel to that next mark. I have just over 300 subscribers. I'd like to get over 1,000 subscribers. Some of you guys have way over 1,000 subscribers, don't even have intros, and you guys' channels are great without them. But I feel like I want to do that. I want more professional video. I want to just bring it to that next level. So with that said, suggestions are welcome of what you would do, what you think I should do. Do you like what I have? That's great. Let me know. Another change that's going to come is I have gotten an overwhelming response to people wanting to buy goldfish from me. I do have one bin with goldfish, but they're just a bunch of mixed goldfish. Some of them are Shubunkins, some of them are fantails, some of them are just fancy goldfish of just different things. I can't even tell you what they are because they're just mixed goldfish. Okay, but people have they comment all the time. They send me private messages. Hey, you sell plenty of plants. You do this. And you sell guppies. Do you sell goldfish? And the answer is right now no. But because I've gotten an overwhelming response, and I've made a decent amount of money selling plants and guppies via eBay and my personal website, which is greenoasisfarms.com. All that will be in the description of this video. I will be setting up multiple stock tanks. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be going with one more 300-gallon stock tank or a couple of 150s. They're going to be connected, guys. Completely connected system. And with that said, I will still be growing plants, not with the goldfish, obviously, because goldfish will rip apart my plants for the most part. Most of the species of plants I grow will not do good with goldfish. So I will have a section where we have goldfish, then grow beds, which will be immersed and submerged plants, back into a filter, and then back into the goldfish system again. It's probably going to be a couple thousand gallons of water. It's going to be a fairly large system. I'm going to be upgrading the greenhouse. So the greenhouse that's there is going to currently stay, but I'm going to basically build in front of it, but a very permanent structure. I'm going to be using 2x6s, 2x4s, probably some PVC to make a hoop on top, but a removable hoop, with that said, because in the summertime, I'm not necessarily going to need that hoop, because the reason for the greenhouse, guys, is to keep the temperature up. In the summertime, it gets so hot, I don't need to keep the temperature up. So I would probably do something where I can take the hoop on and off the top. The sides will still be secure where animals can't get in and get to my fish. But during the winter months, like right now, where it gets to the 40s at night, the hoop will be on. It'll be pretty tight in there and insulated, and my propane heater will be working to keep the temperature up to par. I mean, goldfish don't need a very warm temperature to survive and thrive. However, some of the plants require a decent temperature to grow. So that's to come. I will be documenting every step of that build, what I do. I don't know how soon that's coming. That'll probably be coming within the next month or two before it gets hot. I don't like to build things in the summer here just for the obvious reasons. 115, 120 degrees during the day. It's quite ovenish, if you want to call it that, but it's definitely not something that I want to do during the summer, and it's going to cost quite a bit of money. Probably, I'm going to say, and I'm probably undercutting myself here. I'm going to say it's probably about $800 or more to build, not including the tanks, the materials for the greenhouse. So that's going to be quite expensive. With that said, I do make quite a bit of money off my plants and my guppies. You guys have seen in the past, I do sell them in my links. I have my eBay page and my personal web page is greenoasisfarms.com. You can buy plants there. You can buy them on eBay as well. eBay plants is a different variety of what I sell on my own personal page. I sell bigger varieties on my personal page, so you can see the difference between the two, as well as having my vlogs. So that's another change. The tank behind me, my saltwater reef tank. So now let me explain to you again. I've talked to this, a little bit in the past. This tank is a 200-gallon cube. It's 4 feet by 3 feet by, I don't know, something like 3 feet. It's not an exact cube, but it's pretty much a cube. Anyway, it's 36 inches deep, and what had happened with this tank is not the best. Nothing went out of whack as far as my parameters go or anything like that. The fish are all perfectly healthy. It's my corals that took a huge hit, and for good reason. I had an Aiptasia breakout. So out of nowhere, I've never had Aiptasia in this tank, but out of nowhere, I got an Aiptasia, right? And with a 3-foot deep tank, it's really hard to just go in there and just shoot it with Aiptasia X, and then it's done. It's a done deal. Didn't work out so well. The Aiptasia ended up making babies because if they feel threatened, they can shoot off spores. And when they shoot off spores, more Aiptasia pop up. A lot of my corals got stung. They did not survive. It just was not pretty, guys, and I'm going to have to do a rebuild in this tank. I also had a bit of an outbreak of these Astorina starfish. If you guys are not familiar with those, they're tiny little white starfish. In small amounts, they're perfectly fine. If they get large, not large meaning gigantic sized starfish, no, they stay small, but if you get thousands of them, kind of like a snail outbreak in a planted tank, they can really annoy and affect your corals and keep them closed up where the corals can die. So my corals took a huge hit in this tank. I'm really upset about that. I love this tank. I love the corals. However, things did not go well for them, and it was a huge learning experience for me. I wouldn't say new to saltwater, but it was definitely a new venture I've taken. I've been now in reef tanks for about 2 to 3 years, 3 years going on possibly, around that range. So I've learned a lot. I've learned how to beat cyanobacteria. I've learned how to beat nudibranchs that show up. I know that Psychedelic Babe had one recently. So I've dealt with those. I've dealt with all kinds of green hair algae problems. I can tell you that I've learned how to pretty much beat everything, and I will beat this problem. But with this said, it's going to be a little bit difficult because I'm going to need to get animals possibly to eat the Aiptasia, which I can either get a filefish. There's other fish that eat them. There's also peppermint shrimp. The problem with getting a shrimp, I have 2 wrasses. Wrasses sometimes will eat shrimp. I have an eel in there that will possibly eat them, so I may have to trap some fish and keep them in a separate home until those other fish take care of it, or I can go the route of just trying to start from scratch, keeping those fish in a spare tank, draining this one out, boiling the rocks, killing all the bad stuff on them, and starting from scratch. I don't know. There's a couple of things that I need to do, but I don't know yet. It's a big tank. It's a big project. That's probably going to be on the back burner. My main concern with this tank now is just let's keep the fish healthy and keep them going, and they're perfectly fine. They can live with these things in the tank that are in there now. Just corals will not do good. So unfortunately, that's where I'm at with this tank. My 125-gallon Endler tank is doing great. Mostly hybrid Endlers now. I put a couple of non-tiger Endlers in there, and I got a bunch of hybrids because I have a strain of tiger somewhere else that I'm keeping in a smaller system that just keeping their genes strong and keeping them at the best they are. But my 125-gallon tank has great varieties of things that I've never seen before, and I really enjoyed them. I know, like I said, a lot of you guys don't. Some of you guys love them, but either way, they fertilize my plants and they do what they're supposed to do. So that's basically it. That's really what I'm getting at with this video. I'm just doing an update, just telling you where I'm going with the channel, projects I will be working on, and things to look forward to. If you are subscribed to this channel, please comment down below on things you look forward to seeing, any suggestions you may have with even my saltwater tank issue if you're a saltwater tank person. Please throw me a like if you like this video, and please subscribe if you are new to this channel. I have tons of projects. I have tons of things that I'm going to be doing. As you can imagine, by building a new greenhouse, there's going to be a ton of DIY videos. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.